We are live.
Awesome sauce. What's up, everyone? I should probably
Hey,
take
hey,
out my throat drop before I start talking here. Um,
that would be good. There you
those of
go.
you who don't know, I am in a prolonged battle with allergies. Please do not make medical recommendations. I've tried everything. I literally have
Nice.
tried everything short of what I'm getting ready to do starting here. I'm going to, in a couple of days, I'm going to test it out. I'm going to get off dairy and see if that actually helps just clear out my system enough so that the allergies aren't affecting me. But yeah, anytime before I go live or before I do a podcast, I'm like sucking on a throat drop. I've got some warm tea. I've got
Mhm.
throat coat tea. I've guys, I literally just if what you suggest works for allergies can be found on the first 15 pages of a Google search result, I've tried it, including every known medication. So enough about
Well,
that. I do apologize for the sniffles and for the frequent nose blowing as
that'll
it
be a
just will not
story to
stop.
be. That'll be a story to be continued, right?
Yes, yes.
That'll be
So,
continued.
but
That's how it works.
today, guys,
Mhm.
I'm sharing the 7 affiliate recruiting mistakes that I've made. And I'm assuming you're here so that you don't make them. These are the top 7 affiliate recruiting mistakes that we see, whether it be with clients who come to us and like, we're struggling to recruit affiliates. And I'm like, oh my gosh, no wonder you're making 4 of these mistakes. I've made all 7. And I'm going to tell you that when I look back on my time in affiliate, running affiliate programs,
Mhm.
I wish I'd had this information Memorial Day weekend 2005. Yeah, sure. I took what I learned and what I just kind of invented back then. Built $1 million a month affiliate program in about a year and a half. If I'd known this stuff, it'd have been a lot more, 2, 3, 4 million. The
Wow.
reality is that recruiting affiliates isn't that hard. All right. It is not that hard. I wish it was a lot harder because if it were a lot harder, I could charge a lot more money. I would be considered like a super ninja. It's not that hard when you know the system. And I'm going to share a bit of that today. It's really not that complicated. Like I said, when I started my first program back in 2005, I knew nothing about recruiting affiliates. I knew nothing about how to run an affiliate program for that matter. A lot of trial and error. Huge mistakes that cost us millions of dollars. Still grew it to about $1 million a month, a little bit over $1 million a month in 18 months. And like I said, here's the thing. I personally made every one of these mistakes, every single one of them. Some of these mistakes were like this close to being fatal. They were almost deadly for our affiliate program, which our business was our affiliate program. Our affiliate program was our business at that time. The good news for you, you're going to learn these top 7 today. You don't have to make any of them. So what I want you to do, I want you to vow right now. I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to take good notes. I'm going to learn. I'm not going to make any of these mistakes. I'm going to do what Matt teaches, and you'll get to $1 million a month a lot faster than I did. And you'll get to that next level, which that I never got to back then because I made all these mistakes. So before we get started, let me know where you're joining us from. Let us know. Join today again, 2 weeks in a row. Our new host, Alan Thomas. Welcome, Alan.
Hey, hey, glad to be here. Glad to be here, learning the ropes.
Always, always love to go live and not know how hot my tea is going to be. Um, Not so hot today. Just a few weeks ago, I about burnt my throat. So,
We do
like I said,
iced tea down here.
I'm super excited about this topic, Alan, because I made these mistakes. Like I screwed up so massively. Cost me, like I said, millions of bucks. Now I get to help others avoid them. So 16 years ago, like, oh my gosh, 16 years, Memorial Day 2005, our business, but my business at that time, I had 2 business partners. We were in a crisis. All right. It's a crisis not unlike what a lot of businesses are facing today, what a lot of businesses faced last spring, last summer, last fall. We had a really good idea. I felt like we had the best product in the industry. We had a really good team, and we just lost half of our money on some really stupid marketing. And I remember like it was
Wow.
yesterday. We're sitting in this little office, this tiny little office, and we're looking at each other going, how in the heck are we ever going to recover from this? Like we can't make payroll. We only had a few employees, but we can't pay them. Like after this week or after next, we just paid them. We don't have enough money. We have to make enough money in the next 2 weeks to pay our team. And here's the thing. We weren't making enough money there was no 2-week period prior to this where we made enough money to pay our team. So we're thinking, okay, we're like a week away from having to go to them and say, can you work for a little bit less? Can we cut you to part-time, or having to lay off a person? I mean, like, we're a startup. That's not what we do. The reality is we didn't have enough money to go out and compete with our competitors. Our competition, like, we can't operate at that level. They're all publicly traded companies. They'd all been around for a few years. We were the new kid on the block, and we were broke, absolutely broke. 18 months later, I feel like I discovered the system, the solution, the methods that I'm going to talk about today. I began to work with other businesses who face the same, similar problems. They might be on the verge of bankruptcy. That's a pretty desperate place to be. Maybe they're just tired of, maybe they flatlined for 3 years. They were the typical startup. We grew like crazy for 5 years, and then beep. If you're not growing, you're dying. And a lot of times they're even falling down. Maybe Facebook shut their account down. I don't know if you can relate to that at all, Alan.
Yeah, I can relate to that. I found some affiliates though, so it saved me.
Yeah. Can you drop the link to that? Can you go look up that podcast? Alan and I did a podcast together talking about his business and how Facebook shut his account down and how he recovered from that. It seems like that's when people call me though, right? They're in a desperate situation. They're either in a crisis or they've reached the point where they're just tired of mediocrity. So back in Memorial Day 2005, the solution for us was to start an affiliate program. And we did $1 million a month in less than 2 years. And I just remember coming up with this idea. I was like, we're having this meeting. We're trying to make payroll. How do we keep our company afloat? And I was like, well, what about these guys called affiliates? We're like, yeah, let's start an affiliate program. Where do we find these affiliates? No idea, right? So I've told this story so many times, but I'll tell it again real quick. I spent all Memorial Day weekend, 2005. I didn't eat a hot dog. I didn't go to I didn't drink a beer. I didn't go to a party. I did nothing except hole up in the office for 18 hours a day, learning how to start an affiliate program. The problem was, I say learning, there wasn't a Find Affiliates Now course back then. There wasn't a mattmcwilliams.com. There was no affiliate guy. I was like 2 blog posts and a forum post talking about affiliates. That was it. That's 16 years ago. It's a long, long time ago in the internet world. So I learned what I could and I made the rest up. I really just made the rest up. And so I figured out kind of what I was doing and took that program. I remember our first affiliate, Brandon Miller from Western North Carolina. Hey, Matt, it's Brandon. Man, I put my affiliate code on the website, Matt. I'm like, that's good, Brandon. Made like $200 the first week. He made $200. We made a 200. We were doing a 50-50 split. So I'm like, okay, we profited $200. That paid for one team member for a day. And I got another affiliate guy named Mark Feldman. Actually, no. The second affiliate I got, I don't remember his name. The third affiliate I got was a guy named Mark Feldman. He was an insurance agent in Massachusetts. And he was like, hey, when I reached out to him, using what I'm going to teach you today, he's like, well, I have a bunch of these leads. I have people who come to my website from outside of Massachusetts. Can I send them to you? I'm like, absolutely. I don't know. He made like $500, $500, $1,000, something like that. A guy named Lev Berinsky from Ohio. He was his main job, ironically, was he was a hot dog cart vendor. Okay. He had a hot dog cart, and then he became an insurance agent a couple of years later, and he became like our 4th or 5th affiliate and was making like $500 a week, and we barely covered payroll 2 weeks later, and then 18 months doing $1 million a month. That's the power of what we're teaching today. Now, the thing is, there's a lot of mistakes that I made. A lot of mistakes. I didn't have a playbook. No one was doing these types of lessons. I basically made it up. Like I said, today I'm going to share you how I screwed it up. All right. We're going to talk about the actual mistakes that I made. Talk talk about squirrel. There's literally a squirrel at the window outside our studio right now, and he is like tapping at the glass. This is freaking me out. I'm going to talk about how to avoid those mistakes and what to do instead. So, what are the top 7 mistakes most people make when recruiting affiliates? Number 1, waiting too long to reach out. All right. So, maybe you have a launch coming up. In our case, we had an evergreen program. We didn't have a launch. So I started reaching out that day. I mean, I started reaching out that Saturday. I got Brandon on Memorial Day. I think I may have even got him on Sunday. I had Brandon, whoever our number 2 affiliate was, and I got Mark, I think on Tuesday. I had our first 3 affiliates who collectively did probably a little bit over $1,000 that week in profit. So they did about $2,000 in sales. Again, that $1,000 basically paid for like one team member of, I think we had 4. We had just enough to probably cover like 2. So I'm like, all right, if we can make that next week, we can make payroll. And by the way, make payroll did not involve us paying ourselves. I still had no clue how I was going to pay rent on my apartment. Thankfully, we made enough in weeks 3 and 4 that Matt got to not be homeless, which was super awesome. I would have moved in with the CEO, but that's a different story. If you've got a launch coming up, start 6 months out, minimum of 6 months out. If you're 4.5 months out, start now. Okay. Here's the reason. I'm looking at the dates, October 7th. We're in Q4 2021. I've already planned our Q1 promos for next year. Most people plan roughly a quarter out. Well, at the beginning of a quarter, that means a quarter out means I'm 6 months in advance. Technically, I'm actually planned out through early May next year. So I'm planned out about 7 months in advance. That's why I said 9 preferably. It's really hard to get on people's calendars. Don't expect them to drop everything just to promote you. Oh, you want to promote me next week? Yeah, of course I will. Some people will. Again, if you're 4.5 months out, that's what you have to work with. You're 3 months out. You're 60 days out. That's what you got to work with. We've got a client that's in the health and fitness space, and I don't know if you knew this, Alan, because you're in the health and fitness space, but January is a big month.
Yeah, you think?
It shouldn't be. People should be getting healthy and fit year round, but January is the month that people go November and December like, I'm going to basically live my lifestyle like a heathen pig. Oh, but in January, I'm going to get fit. Okay, whatever. And so it's a big month for them. Everything's pointing to January 2nd. That's when people start getting serious about fitness. And I told them, I'm not a miracle worker. I'm really good at what I do. Our company is really good at running affiliate programs. You need to understand that because we only have about 90 days to get affiliates and get them motivated, get them active, the results are going to be diminished compared to what they would have been if we'd been talking back in March or April. Now, are they going to be better with us than without us? Absolutely. I think we'll 5 to 10x your results. But just know it's probably not going to be like a $2.5 million, launch in January. It's probably going to be like $1 to $1.5 million. So if it means if you only have 48 days, you only got 27 days, does that mean you don't reach out now? No, it's possible. Just know the results are going to be smaller. So mistake number 1 is reaching out to basically waiting too long to reach out, reaching out too close to a launch or a big promo. Mistake number 2, focusing only in your niche. Now, you should absolutely be targeting affiliates in your niche when you're recruiting. Right? These are going to be some of your top partners, but they're only there's only so many people that are in your niche, and you're not going to get exposed to people who are outside of your niche. And so there are so many of affiliates outside of your immediate niche that can be great affiliates. There's a concept that we teach, and I think I used to have like a little graphic right here, but I think I've on a card, but I think it's under these books. And I call it the affiliate donut. All right. The affiliate donut. It's the only time Alan lets me talk about donuts. The affiliate donut is, picture a donut. Not like a really tasty donut, because then you'll get hungry. But think of a donut, and that hole that's your niche, right? This is the thing that you are the best in the world at. You're known for. It's the thing that you're going to create content around. But what about all the glaze and the sprinkles? There's a sprinkle here. That sprinkle is something that's a little bit outside your niche. And not only is that a good analogy for promoting stuff, because you want to promote stuff in the sprinkles to serve your audience, but we want to have affiliates from that donut as well. We want to have affiliates in that donut. And so we want to have people, if you're in the productivity niche and you teach time management, get some people who are in the goal setting niche, people who are in the leadership niche, the personal development niche, the health and fitness niche, and get them to promote your time management product. I was talking to a lady the other day. I don't think she'll mind if I say who it is. Her name's Rhonda, and she's in the female kind of teach females to become entrepreneurs, empowerment niche, right? Or as I call it, and I always use this voice, female entrepreneurs rock. And I told her that. I was like, that's your niche, right? Female entrepreneurs rock, because that's how the ladies would say it. And she's like, man, I just don't know. Like, how do we go? Like, I think I can get a few people who are like me, but how do I go out and get the dudes? Or it was her, phrase. And I'm like, here's the thing. If you're in the female entrepreneurs rock, I always have to say it like that, niche. Do you really think you're going to get people who are also in the female entrepreneurs rock niche to promote you? Because if you think about this, I go to so-and-so and I go to her because she believes that female entrepreneurs rock and she's going to teach me how to start a business and build wealth. And then she says, hey, go learn from Rhonda. But I came to you to teach me that thing. Now, I didn't come to you to teach me productivity necessarily. I didn't come to you to teach me investing. I didn't come to you to teach me, how to be a better parent, just how to start a business and build wealth. So what you do is you go find the men who half their audience is women, by the way, and you say, hey, I'm the funnel guy, Russell Brunson. I'm the launch guy, Jeff Walker. I'm the membership guy. Stu McLaren, 95% of his audience is female. I'm the expert here. But if you're a female and you need help, you need to be empowered, you want to learn how to start a business and build wealth as a female, go learn from Rhonda. And her eyes were open to this idea. Like, wait, I don't want necessarily mini-me's promoting me. I want people who are a little bit unlike me sometimes promoting me. So limit it to your niche.
Absolutely. No, that is
niche,
the power.
Alan's in the weight loss niche. His best partners have been people like me, who's not in the weight loss niche. Dan Miller, who's a career coach. Robbie Miles, from our team, right? Who's in the productivity niche. Your people aren't also in the weight loss niche necessarily.
No, in fact, I avoid that. Honestly, I go because in one of the things that helped me, and this might help somebody else, I just looked up what the likelihood of the percentage of the audience having the problem that I solve. And so it's, in my case, it's 45 to 70%. And, wow. And it can be a way for that entrepreneur to buy into that story, just like you taught me. I mean, it works. Just got off the phone with an entrepreneur coach that is a writer, and and we're talking about an affiliate piece for that because he loves the idea.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Yeah. Sorry, I realized I was on the wrong tab, so I was missing the comments. But hey, Nicole and Angie, I need the fresh breeze on Amelia Island. I love Amelia Island. I haven't been there since I was a kid. But Jim and Carla, good to see you guys. Awesome. So, all right, mistake number 3. Limiting the types of affiliates you recruit. Now, this is kind of like similar to the last one, but I'm not talking about like whether or not they're in your niche or not. I'm talking about people like co-reg affiliates. All right. So co-reg affiliates are affiliates who they're promoting other products and they promote your offer in conjunction with the offer. So this is typically done in like lead generation world, but it can be done with other products. It can be done with, physical products, digital, courses, things like that. The best example that comes to mind that we used to do is we had an affiliate when I was generating insurance leads. We had an affiliate. You guys may have heard of them because they've kind of, they've kind of grown. What is the shoot? The company that started Rocket Mortgage, Quicken Loans. It's like it's just the name escaped me. Quicken Loans. This is 16 years ago before they had really grown. Quicken Loans on their application basically said, you're filling out a mortgage application. Well, I don't know what percentage, but roughly what percentage of mortgage applications don't currently have homeowners insurance? Probably 60 to 80%. Why? Because they don't have a home. If you're going to get a new mortgage, you probably don't have a home. And you might just be moving, but most people, the reality is most home purchases are first-time home purchases. That's just fact, and so we would actually say or we'd have them put a box on there that says, are you interested in homeowners insurance? If they put yes, then it came over as they completed the form. Then they went to another part of the form that was our form, and we got that information. So co-reg affiliates, that's how those work. Coupon and loyalty affiliates. These are exactly what they sound like. These are affiliates who promote deals and coupons, or they have a loyal following. All right. They have, one of the ones that always comes to mind is the one that my wife uses. And then, golly, my brain is just not functioning right now. Run by Rakuten. I just cannot think of the name of it.
It was Ebates and
Ebates, yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Ebates. These are incentive affiliates. All right. So the people they work with people who are very loyal to them. So Ebates, right? Hey, if you purchase this product, we're going to give you 5 or 10%, $5, $10, 15%, 10%, whatever, that 5% cash back. So Ebates is the affiliate. They make money by having people purchase through them, and then they give a percentage of their commission back to the customer. All right. So that's how that works. Nonprofit affiliates. Nonprofit affiliates. So these are charitable organizations. These could be PTOs, PTAs, parent teacher groups. They use affiliate promotions as a fundraiser. All right. So basically they tell their organization, they tell their donors, their patrons, that if you go purchase your Shutterfly Christmas cards through us, we get 13%. The very first year, if you think that nonprofits can't be effective, can't be profitable, the first year that I ran Shutterfly's affiliate program, we started the nonprofit program. We did $8 million in sales just through nonprofits.
Wow.
I'm just going to leave it
a big
at that.
number.
There's tons of other types of affiliates, pay-per-call, retargeting affiliates. I'm not going to get into all those, but limiting who you work with, whether it be by the niche or by the type of affiliate, is a big mistake. Mistake number 4 is sending a first message that is too long. When I first started reaching out to affiliates, I sent these long verbose emails, like all these details and stats, like, we started this company because we believe in such and such, and we have this commission, and our conversion rate is this, and oh my goodness, is this ever going to end? And this was 2005. So back in 2005 was kind of it was right around the time when people were shifting, but hadn't really shifted yet from, oh my gosh, I got an email to, oh my gosh, another email. I'm getting overburdened by this. Like today, nobody gets that excited about an email. Like nobody, I hope you don't if you have the ding on your computer that it's called Toast. If you've got Toast on your computer telling you when you get an email, please turn it off. It's 2021. Don't do it anymore. It's not that exciting. It's not that urgent. Email is not an urgent form of communication, by the way. I don't know if you guys knew that. It's an asynchronous form of communication. All right, I'm off my soapbox. But back in 2005, it was kind of a time when people got a little bit excited about email, and yet these people don't know who I am. And I was sending an email that's this long. You know who reads emails that are this long from people they don't know? Literally no one on the face of the earth. No one reads them. So we have what we call in our company the 4-sentence rule. I actually did a podcast on this recently, and I was like, oh wait, it's 5 sentences, and I never noticed I was limiting our clients. But our clients, we did change it. It's the 5-sentence rule. You're allowed to write 5 sentences. 5 sentences in an initial reach out. How can I say everything I want to say in 5 sentences? You don't. Because everything you want to say is boring. If you say everything, it's not everything that you want to say is boring. It's just that past about 5 sentences, it's all Boring. Nobody cares who started the company and when. Nobody cares that your grandfather built the headquarters with his bare hands uphill both ways in the snow. Nobody cares what your commissions are to start with. Nobody cares what your company values are or your mission is or who you've worked with that's famous. No one cares. This will sound counterintuitive, but your goal is not to get a yes reply. I don't want an email so long that people look at it, the one person who reads it and they go, heck yeah. I don't want to share everything with them. I just want to get the 3 magic simple words back, right? Tell me more. Mm-hmm. That's it. I just want people to say, tell me more. I want them to respond back and say, sounds interesting. Could you share more details? Now I can write back 12 sentences, 13 sentences. I'm still not going to tell them about my grandfather. Still not going to tell them like how we started the company or why. I'm going to give them the facts, just the facts, ma'am. That's all I'm going to give them. So if you want a sample of that email, just go. This is my number 1 email. I would say I've recruited 100,000 affiliates easily with this email. All right. Go to mattmcwilliams.com/best email. mattmcwilliams.com/best email. You can get my number 1 affiliate recruiting email there. Download it, swipe it. You'll tweak it. It's a template. It's not a copy paste and you do no work. You got to plug in a few pieces, but you'll see how we operate that email. And I'm telling you right now, I mean, like I said, it's brought in over 100,000 affiliates. I think that email is probably worth over $1 billion in sales. But collectively between our stuff and our clients, it's massive. All right. So mistake number 4 is writing too long of that initial email. It's like, oh my goodness. Are you like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't write such a long email. Keep it short, keep it sweet. That's the key. Number 5, not investing enough in relationships early on. So I mentioned number 3, I mentioned earlier, like not really not getting different, 3 and 4, not getting, or number 2 and 3, not getting like enough affiliates kind of outside of my niche. I didn't spend enough time on these relationships. I didn't spend enough time building relationships with people who weren't affiliates, let alone people who were affiliates. Now, once we got them on board, I didn't nurture the relationships as much as I should have. I got better at that after about a year, but I realized this isn't a transactional thing. You said it to me earlier. We were on the phone, Alan. We were talking about this. You said, I'm realizing more and more, this is just about friends helping friends.
Connections. That's all it is. Yeah, it is. And
then, you fast forward a year later, and I remember I mentioned that Lev Berinsky, the hot dog vendor, he would make like $5,000 on game days at Ohio State football games, doing hot dogs outside the stadium. It was crazy. But I remember we brought him down to Nashville, to Franklin, Tennessee, and we wined and dined him, and we spent a whole $1,000 probably, put him up in a $300 a night hotel for 2 nights, and maybe we spent $1,500, whatever. Had a great time. Showed him around Nashville. Went to a hockey game. Just just showed him what Nashville was like. We had just a blast, right? We may or may not have sang some like 2 a.m. karaoke, but I was younger then.
Allegedly.
We had a great time, right? Fast forward about 4 months later, and Lev's doing $250,000 a month for us in sales.
Wow!
Became our number 1 affiliate. Now, was it all because of tequila? No. Was it all because we went to a Nashville Predators game? No. But the fact that he was basically working with 3 companies in our niche, and we were getting about 30 to 40% of the traffic. So we're getting about $100,000 a month. The fact that he decided to leave them was in large part due to the fact that we had built a relationship with them. And actually we had his 2 business partners down as well. So I didn't spend enough time nurturing my current affiliates, and I didn't spend enough time investing in prospective affiliates. And so the solution to this early on, when you're first starting, I want you to spend 20%. I don't care if you have 2 affiliates, you then invest deeply in them, but roughly 20% of your time investing in current affiliates, 10% on prospective affiliates. That still leaves 70% of your time to focus on acquiring new affiliates. like directly recruiting affiliates. But I want you to spend 10% investing in relationships that they might not become an affiliate for 1, 2, 4 years. I won't mention who because I'm not at liberty to, but there's somebody that's a client now. And we'll be doing some other stuff together. And this is somebody that I first started following in 2007. Somebody that I first got to know. I didn't get to know them until 2015. I have invested $50,000 ish in stuff from them. Don't get me wrong, that $50,000 has already made me back into the million, so it's worth it. But I've bought courses, masterminds, other things. This person's a client today, and like I said, we're going to do some other stuff together. I invested in that relationship intentionally and heavily for about 7 years before I saw any real fruit from it that you could see. Sometimes that's what it takes. Invest in those relationships. One little tip, I'll give you one very small tip. Easy way to invest in business relationships. We spend a lot of time waiting. And here's what I see people doing. They grab the magic rectangle. I call it the magic rectangle because, you can do all kinds of things. You can record videos at 60 frames per second in 4K on the magic rectangle. If you've got like an iPhone 11 or if you've got a Samsung Galaxy, even one of the newer ones that does all that, right? But here's the thing. We could use this thing. I'm bored. Last night, went to Firehouse Subs. Said the order would be ready by 8:20. I got there at about 8:18. I already automatically had 2 minutes to kill. It wasn't ready till 8:32. You know what I did for I went to the bathroom actually, but you know what I did for the other 10, 11 minutes? I sat there and texted people. Just said, hey, I was thinking about you. What's going on? I replied to a few. As soon as I was done, I put the phone in my pocket, didn't look at my phone again the rest of the night. I didn't have to be hooked on the phone to do this. And I replied to the rest of them this morning, but I texted about 25 people. That's a habit that I made when I'm bored, when I'm sitting there. Instead, this is what I see people doing.
Scrolling Facebook.
Scroll, like, ooh, political post. You're a moron. You're wrong. My candidate's right, and you're an idiot. Wrong. Scroll. Oh, like, scroll, like. You could spend 10 minutes, 5 minutes. I mean, I did this at another place. Went to pick up a to-go order. This is right at the beginning of the pandemic. And I ended up having 45 minutes at PF Chang's. They said to be ready at 7. It was like 7:45. I mean, I kid you not. I think I made 45 minutes. I think I did $50,000 in business. Just sitting there at PF Chang's, twiddling my thumbs. When most people are playing freaking Angry Birds. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. Just to be clear, you need downtime. But it wasn't a mentally taxing thing that I was doing. You could be reading the news. I don't care if you read Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, it doesn't matter. It's all poison, right? You could be reading the news, you could be checking social media, or you could be engaging with people. If you do get on Facebook, then you do it and you DM some people. You intentionally reply to some people's posts that are going to develop a relationship, right? That's what you should be doing with your time. It's probably I want to give credit where credit was due, and I feel like it was Mitch Russo that gave me that advice years ago. But I don't know. So I'll give Mitch credit, but whoever gave me that idea, shout out to whoever you are, because this is amazing advice. It's completely transformed my life. I've been applying it for years.
That's a powerful piece there. I mean, that is.
If you guys got nothing else out of today, I hope you apply that one. I don't. The only other times I ever intentionally do it, I do it on people's birthdays and holidays. I wish people a happy New Year, wish them happy Thanksgiving, wish them a happy birthday, wish them a Merry Christmas, or Hanukkah, depending upon, whatever. I don't really do it otherwise.
Festivus. Don't forget Festivus.
Yeah, Festivus. Yeah. Otherwise, I just do it when I'm waiting. And with the kids in soccer, we do a lot of I do a lot of waiting. I'm sitting there at soccer and like we'll do a little bit of practice. And then after about 45 minutes, we got 30 minutes left. And Araceli, our daughter, she's in her travel club soccer practice, and Giovanni wants to go play with the other kids. I've got 30, 45 minutes to kill. I could do a lot of things, a lot of relationship building in 45 minutes. Sometimes I'll just sit down and shoot some videos and then send them to people. There's one in particular I'll share, and then I got to move on. There's a webinar that I did for a few years, and I was trying to get it up and running, trying to get some partners. And I was sitting there at soccer. This is about 4 years ago. I was sitting there at soccer, and I was bored, and I was like, you know what I'm going to do? Hey, and I kind of just made up the script as I went. Hey, we got this new webinar, and I'd love if I could share it with your audience, blah, 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 yada, yada. Send. Heard back from one person. I only heard back from one person. I mean, I spent 45 minutes, only heard back from one person. Did about 100,000 in sales on that one webinar. And that got
pretty good hourly rate.
That's got the ball rolling, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So use your downtime wisely. Develop those relationships, okay? Don't make the same mistake I did and think this is transactional. It's not. Mistake number 6 is avoiding smaller affiliates. Now, I was lied to, and I was told small affiliates were not worth the time. Rather than have 100 small affiliates each making 1 sale, 2 sales, we wanted 1 or 2 large affiliates making 100 sales. There are 3 problems with that strategy, though, okay? In theory, it makes sense, right? Oh, 2 affiliates making 100 each versus 100 affiliates making 2 each, less work, right? Problem number 1, you put all your eggs in just one basket. It's not only bad financial advice, bad business advice, it's bad advice for running an affiliate program. Number 2, you miss out on growing these smaller affiliates who remain loyal for life. Here's the thing. You take 100 small affiliates. They do 2 sales each this year. Fast forward 3 years. 10 of them actually are going to make 0 sales. They dropped out. They dropped out of their business. Okay. 40 of them are going to make 2 sales. They're going to basically be the same size. Another 30 of them, they're going to make 3 sales, maybe 4. That's still not bad. They're 50% doubling. That adds up. We're up around, instead of 200 sales, we're up around 240, 250. Decent growth. 10 of them are going to grow to 5 to 10. So now we're at 300 sales. 5 of them are going to be 10 to 20 times bigger. Now we're already at 400 sales. We've already doubled. But 3, 4, 5, maybe 7 or 8 of them are going to hit it big. I don't know. They're going to get featured on Oprah. They're going to get featured on Entrepreneur Magazine. Wow. They're going to write a book that's going to be a bestseller. And they're going to go from having a list of 1,000 to 185,000 people. They're going to go from 2 sales to 400. And they're still loyal to you because you gave them a chance when they were small. So it explodes, right? But you got
phenomenon that I just said it. Oh, sorry.
That's right. You don't know which 3, which 5, which 7 are going to be the ones who do that. Go ahead, Alan.
No, phenomenon that I just have seen happen is the smaller ones are introducing you to bigger ones too. Because
that happens too.
That was crazy. I got a phone call the other day on that, and it just blew me away. I'm like, cool.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
They're like, Alan's helping people, but it applies to anything. It's not just what I do. I mean, it's just, but cool process. No.
Yeah. So you put all your eggs in one basket. You miss out on them growing and being loyal. Mm-hmm. You also miss out on a chance to test things with smaller affiliates. When you're first starting out, you need some guinea pigs. And I'm just going to say 2 names in the world that you like potential people who could be affiliates, right? That we've probably heard of. Okay. I could go get Russell Brunson, or I could go get Alan Thomas. When I'm starting out and I'm testing some things, I don't want to go get Russell Brunson. People are like, I got to go get a big affiliate. No, you don't. Because here's what happens. The offer bombs. You've lost Russell for life. He's never coming back. The offer bombs with Alan. And again, I'm assuming that you have a deep personal relationship with Alan. The offer bombs with Alan, and he goes, man, don't worry about it. Let's try it again in a year. No bridge burned, right? So the solution here is work with smaller affiliates, train them, educate them, share with them what's working, build an army of loyal affiliates. You can do that with my #1 affiliate recruiting email. Again, we're giving it away. So if you go to mattmcwilliams.com/best email, just download it, click there, you can copy paste it, right? And build that army of affiliates. Mistake number 7, not inviting your customers to become affiliates. Think about this. Like, what better source of partners is there than your customers, right? Most people don't do it though. I made all these mistakes. I didn't recruit a customer to be an affiliate until year 3 or 4. Think about this. They have an intimate knowledge of your product, right? They have a personal success story. They know, like, and trust you. They're probably a fanboy or a fangirl, right? So they will defend you to others. Like, you could not ask for better promoters. So let's make this easy, all right? I want to make this super easy. When somebody buys, set up an autoresponder email, an automatic email that goes out 100, 200 days, 150. It kind of depends. You have to kind of figure that out. It could be 60 days after they buy. Depending upon your industry, you might not want to call them affiliates. You might want to call them partners or ambassadors, right? So you send that out and you invite them to become an affiliate. Now, if you use an integrated system like Infusionsoft or Entrepreneur, right, where your email list and your affiliate program are managed in the same system, you can actually automatically sign your customers up as affiliates. So when you send that email, it actually says, just share this link. Just share this link and you'll earn X. Now, with these customers as affiliates, maybe who don't know what affiliate marketing is, I wouldn't tell them we do a 20% commission. We do a 40% commission. I would just talk about a flat number. So for every $2,000 course, you earn $800. Even if it's a $1,997 course, technically that commission is $798.80. Just create a special program, make it $800 for your customers. It's $1.20. It's not going to bankrupt you. Shut up. And then if you have a membership, this is a great way. You have a membership where, say it's $100 a month, and you pay a 40% commission. If you sign up 3 people, you're paying for your membership and making some money. And you word it in that way. So, number 1, start sooner, right? The big mistake is waiting too long to reach out. Number 2 mistake is focusing only on your niche, not getting out in that donut outside the donut hole. 3rd, limiting the types of affiliates that you recruit, not working with coupon affiliates and co-reg affiliates and nonprofits and loyalty affiliates and groups like that. Mistake number 4 is sending out an epic novel for your first message. It's too long. Remember the 5-sentence rule. Remember to go grab our template at mattmcwilliams.com/best email. That is our number 1 affiliate recruiting email. Mistake number 5, not investing enough in those relationships early on. Nurturing relationships, building relationships with people who aren't affiliates, building relationships with people who are ready to sign up, but they're just not sure, building those relationships with people who are already signed up so you can take it to the next level. Mistake number 6, not working with those smaller affiliates and avoiding them like the plague. I shared why you don't want to do that. And number 7, not inviting customers to be affiliates. I want to give you one bonus mistake. And this was something that when I first started recruiting affiliates, trying to find affiliates, I spent 5-6 hours a day. I was running a business. Like, I was the CEO of the company, and I still spent at least 5 hours a day recruiting affiliates. Like, it consumed me. I would spend hours at a time doing nothing but researching affiliates and reaching out to them. Even when we had like 30 affiliates, still 90-95% of my time was spent finding new affiliates. Once we had about 200 affiliates, though, the rate at which I recruited new affiliates just came to a halt. The mistake here is not continually recruiting new affiliates every single day. I don't care if you spend 10 minutes a day recruiting new affiliates and you spend 5 hours a day serving your current affiliates. That's fine. 15, 20 minutes a day. That's great. This is one of the most common growing pains that we see with affiliate programs. They reach a point where they're managing current affiliates, and that's taken up, 50 to 90% of their time. And you have other responsibilities, right? I don't have time to recruit new affiliates. So here's the solution. Just put it on your calendar. Every single day, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. All right. I don't care how long it is. Just put it on your calendar. I still remember doing this. I remember once I figured this out after a few years, 8:35 a.m. We had a 9:00 leadership stand-up meeting at 9 in the morning. I would do like 20 minutes. I would come in at 8:00. I'd get a little bit of work done. And from 8:35 to about 8:55, I would do nothing but find affiliates. Then I'd go to the bathroom and I'd head to the meeting. It was on my calendar. So if anybody said, Matt, can you meet at 8:30? I can't. I have an appointment at 8:35, from 8:35 to 8:55, and then a meeting at 9. I can't meet. This is, I probably stuck to that 14 out of 15 days. Probably every day but 1 out of 3 weeks, I would stick to that time. I was consistent with it. So again, even if you built a successful program, multi-million-dollar program, you still need to be bringing in 1 new affiliate a week, 2 new affiliates a week. It doesn't have to be a ton, but you need some new blood coming in. Again, if you want to learn how to do that, go grab that #1 affiliate recruiting email. It's, like I said, I know it's brought in over $1 billion for us and our clients over the last 16 years. MattMcWilliams.com/best affiliate. If you really, 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 really want to take your affiliate recruiting game to the next level, check out our course, Find Affiliates Now. You can grab that at findaffiliatesnow.com. The name of that program says it all. It will help you to find affiliates now. And next week, guys, same time, same bat channel, 2 p.m. Eastern, Thursday, October 14th. We're going to be discussing how to scale your business with affiliate marketing. So if you're watching the replay, if you're on now, make sure you mark your calendars. Go ahead and put it in. Thursday, October 14th, 2 p.m. Eastern. I'll be sending out an email if you're on our text list. If you want to text me, I know I've been engaging with a few of you this morning and this afternoon on text. Text me at 260-217-4619, and I'll make sure to send you a reminder and give you the link when we go live. So just text me anytime and let me know if you want to get those updates. But Thursday, October 14th, 2 p.m., how to scale your business with affiliate marketing. So, guys, thanks so much for being here today. This has been awesome. Alan, thank you so much.
This is gold. This is good stuff. That is. All right. See you next week.
All right. See you guys. Bye-bye.